Hey, where did my seats go? They went right over there. Well, I'm digging in here. I got to clean up in here. And this rubber is pretty dirty. There's a lot of gunk in there. These are, I guess, the seat stops. It goes on the outboard side. And I'm just looking around at how Alfa did this. Attach the rubber not very well. There's a lot of dust in here, so I'm going to clean this up for the first time. And something also I noticed, which was kind of weird. I don't know why this is, but when I took the seats out, these are the bolts. Well, really screws. And all of the screws are like this, little short ones with a little lock washer on it. Except for the passenger side outboard. Passenger side outboard has these two big fat washers on there, like this. And I'm wondering why the heck that is. It must be to make up a height difference between here and here. So they're like this on this one and this one. And of course the where's the retainer? Well, I think it came off with the seat. Huh. Well, anyway, it's really dirty in here. I'm looking around for loose. I'm just looking around. This is done really nicely. The other side is all screwed up. I don't know why. Here's the seatbelt warning sensor, so to speak. Interesting. So I know I'm boring you, but I got to clean this up. It's pretty dirty. I'm gonna vacuum it, then I'm gonna wash it, and it'll be nice and pretty. I've got a car show next week, kind of a generic thing, but I'm gonna be showing the car in a car show. It's not a concours. It's not judged. Oh wow, that's a piece of plastic that chipped off something. I wonder if it's from down there. Yeah, it is. It's from right down there. Well, that's Alpha plastic for you. Well, to take this thing out, that'll be some work. Ah, well. Well, I should do it while the seats are out. That's for darn sure. Alright, so let me get to this. Well, one thing you want to do when you take the seats out is take your rear view mirror off. And this is an original configuration rear view mirror. I want to see if I can clean the glass. This is how it's attached. Everything is still attached. This stuff usually falls apart. Here's the mirror. Gosh, I hope this cleans up. That will be a minor quote-unquote miracle. I've had these made before. It's a pretty thin piece of plate glass. Alright, well, this glass cleaned up really nice. Not perfect, but it's 30 years old. It's pretty good though. So I'm cleaning both pieces of glass, and I first used denatured alcohol on it. And I rubbed and, got the superficial dirt off. And then I use these optical wipes I've used for binocular restorations I've done. And the other important tool you need here is a little blower. This will get the small specks of dust off for when the final assembly. And it's humid today, so there's not a lot of dust floating around, so that's going to work in my favor. So let me try to get this back together. And it's pretty simple. You just put these back on here like this. Actually, it goes, yeah, like that. I think they go like this on the inside, like that, like this, and then you place the glass in there, and then you put that glass over there, and then you snap it back into the into the assembly. You've got to get that little plastic clip to engage on that. That's the adjustment for up and down. This needs to have tension on it. It's a bit of a tricky procedure. I've done it before, so it isn't horrible. But let's get to it. Okay, well, I ran out of patience with the brake master cylinder, and I decided that this is the original, I just took it off the car, and I'm gonna replace it with this one. Almost identical. As a matter of fact, this is an Ate that was rebuilt. It's slightly newer, I think, because, or maybe it's slightly older, I don't know, but it doesn't have the, see that little screw in there? That actually retains the piston. So I guess a little bit different. So anyway, I got to pry off the fluid reservoir, swap the reservoir on there, and then I've got to do a bench bleed. All done before, so it's just kind of doing everything again. I hated to do it, but I think that's my last option. So it's not that difficult a job. It's a little bit messy, but this is what's got to be done. Okay, well, I got the new master cylinder installed, and it went pretty well. Looks great. So what I need to do right now is to use my pressure bleeder, and hook that up, and then do a quick bleed, and then test my brakes and see what we get. Okay, well, I finished the brake master install. New brake master cylinder, got from Rock Auto. It's an original Ate 20 millimeter, and the results are good. Not exactly, you know, perfect rock hard brake, but I think it's a lot higher on the you know, to pick up. I bled it only once. There was very, very little air in the lines anyway. So I'm going to declare victory here and see how it drives. Of course, that's the big key. The car did stop fine, but I just got a couple of little things to button up here, and then we'll take it for a road test. Hey, where'd my tires go? Well, I spent the whole day taking off all my rotors. I'm going to take them down to a shop and get them cut. As you can see by the finish on them, I sort of bypassed that step. I actually polished them off with a wheel, but I'm going to have them surfaced. And this is a semi-big job. Taking the fronts off, you got to take the hubs off too. But I got it all off, and I'm going to take them down to get them cut tomorrow morning. It'll take a couple of days. So the car is going to be laid up for a little while, and once I get it put back together, I got to adjust the emergency brake here. So anyway, gosh, I hate doing this over, but their machine is fixed now. It took them a couple of months to fix it. Didn't lose too much brake fluid in the process. You have to disconnect the calipers, which I did, of course, and you know, it helps having a flare wrench, which I did buy. It's 11 millimeters for all the flares on the connections to the calipers. Well, anyway, so that's it for now. The car's going to be laid up for a little while, as I said. Now, a couple of days, I'll have it back together by late next week at the latest, I think. Anyway, that's it for now. Well, this is going to be a long video or a short video, depending on how much I remembered, because a lot of work has been done. Kind of going in reverse order. I removed the brake master cylinder and I measured the distance between the push rod on the inside of the booster and the push rod opening on the inside of the master cylinder. And I measured new and old, and they are almost identical. I also looked on the inside of the booster, and that push rod is not adjustable. So that's something that I just decided to put it right back where it was. So also what we did is we had all the rotors recut. So I had to remove all the rotors and remount them, which I completed this morning. And of course, with the front, you have to remove the outer wheel bearing, which I did, and I reset them to the factory spec, which is a pretty simple process when you think about it. And well, they spin and they're nicely surfaced. All of the pads are put back and all the calipers are remounted. So what remains right now is to just bleed the system again and see what kind of pedal I have. So that's going to be something I'm not going to do probably until either later today or tomorrow. And that's where we're at. This was a lot of work. I got to remount this thing here, of course. But it was a lot of work, and hopefully it will have been worth the effort. Other than that, I'm going to have to live with these brakes until there's some kind of brake, a total brake renewal. All right, talk to you later.